Why it's taken so long for us in history to even get around to studying this is itself a fascinating study. It's because there's a sort of national fantasy, sort of a dissociation at work, in which we, the human race, imagines that everything about women is actually known already. Well, who told you that? The first steps haven't even been taken. Yet we have a fantasy in our head that there's nothing really to know. What you see is what you get. That's the the stone in the shoe that stops you climbing the mountain. No. The female psyche is a very intriguing and complex and deep thing, and the human race and man in general hasn't the faintest idea where to start.
I've got one that can see.
And he doesn't start because he has this level of dissociation. And then, of course, a woman is the least interested in her psyche than anybody on earth. The woman herself has no interest in their psyche.
He's a tall, Caucasian male.
That doesn't mean that women don't wear white coats and get into the subject of psychology. That's not what I said. Women are not interested in female psychology. And you have to dig deep to find anyone who even mentions it, whether they be man or woman. So then this leaves us in a very teething situation. And so my work was to gather all of this, the anthropological, the historical, right, the bioenergetic, the criminal, whatever way you want to look at it, the artistic, and to bring it all together as a sort of a starting place, with a very much in mind that we're in a starting place. Any of the aberrations that you might observe in the criminal history of womankind, or in the situation of a mother, or bioenergetics, that's another way of coming at it, you're right to mention that. Any aberrations that you may find, man is 80% responsible for it, because it's his world that allows it. It's his world that permits it. It's his world that turns the blind eye. So when you're critiquing the woman and the reality of the woman and whatever is in her psyche, it includes a critique of the male.
The feeling is definitely there. It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital. The old cynicism is gone. We have faith in our leaders. We're optimistic as to what becomes of it all. It really boils down to our ability to accept. We don't need pessimism. There are no limits.
Now this is what you get, this is what you miss with other critiques, say MGTOW or things like that. They are only looking at women are bitches, women are gold diggers. Is that as far as you've got?
The gains have been substantial, both for ourselves and for you, the human power elite.
How far do we need to go for you to even realize that man's complicity in this? And then when you do go further into that, you find out that this is a question of the types of masculinity and femininity more than it is a case of male and female. That's just gender roles, that's just sex, that's just chromosomes. Where this journey will take you is into the whole story of psychology. That's why it fascinated me, and that's why I pursued it all these years. So, therefore, it is not wrong to say that female and femininity are connected, but it's somewhat limited because men can be very feminine. And the more and more feminine a man becomes in his life, or a society becomes, the more and more these aberrations of the female are permitted instead of curtailed. So this thing runs on two wheels. There's the aberrations that one can, track back to the female psyche and female character and female behavior and female temperament. But there's also the fact that the road has been paved so that those things have never been properly understood. Now, I'm the first one to be able to say that, see, when you start off on a thing like this, it is a matter of observation first.
Don't do that again. Just let me go. Listen and understand that Terminator is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity, or remorse, or fear, and it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead.
Can you stop it?
I don't know.